and give their best performances.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And this play still live. He faked the spike. Going to throw it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping. And the fake spike works to move the chains. Now a handoff up the middle. Branch. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get that.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win the division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Lance. Short pass caught by Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Come on, set. Hey, hey.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he is caught. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take... and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. To throw on 2nd down. Carroll. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's go.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carroll got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Gibson here running out of the gun. Shifts free at the 15. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Lance now to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ready?
And Lance will try again on second down. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
Lance looks to throw again. And that one too wide and incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
That stop made by Jack Campbell. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Gibson again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. To throw on 3rd down, Carroll. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Ready?
They'll try and get this run game. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On second down, here's Gibson again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Once more, Gibson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Carroll over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Carroll. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Carroll. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Off the play fake. Carroll. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Ready?
Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Yeah, a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. So now the Lions down by a field goal, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it on a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 2nd and 2. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they run on first down. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. A handoff for Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold. Keep this a one-score game. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Gibson. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Buying time is left. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right?
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The heels, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be